Hey guys, Francis, Crypto Sniper. Yes, just thought I'd also do a little reminder on Bitcoin versus the Ripple versus the Bitcoin, XRP. So we had our first inverted HVF that said overperformance to the downside there. And then on the 4 hourly time frame, we had a very extended downside pattern, which once again was pointing to further downside. I've been intentionally a bit provocative on Ripple, and I've suggested, does it have a reason to exist and all of that? I'm sure it'll survive in some form, but I was personally very, very bearish it. We had another wind-up setup over there, which broke. It squeezed again in there. It kept making downside targets. It churned for a long time at this particular inverted HVF's targets. It got everyone very excited at one point, failed in the funnel, which is the key level of significance, and never made it back up to those giddy heights. Churned in and around the target, the key level, and is now sitting at a point where it is running to the downside. Does seem to be a possible falling wedge structure, so it might have a little bit of a pump point at some juncture, or it's going to be a bit of a channel. So it's doing a little bit of this, a little bit of a squeeze. But the suggestion is there will be a final meltdown to make this particular target. It's done so well towards reaching that particular objective, and it's one of the reasons we've not been in Ripple for an extended period, and we've been warning people out, and we did take shorts with Bitcoin for bits of this, not for the whole journey. In looking at it in hindsight, you can only wish and wonder. But that's always an easier thing. But we were always biased to the bear side, and I wasn't doing much shorting because of the exposure on the leverage side. But anyway, yeah, so this is just a quick reminder that for us, Ripple still remains a sell. I had people asking that were coming on the program and having interviews, and wanted to come on board, and there were, a few of them were on Ripple and saying, what do you think of Ripple? And I said, well, come on board, you'll find out about our views very, very quickly. But I gave them that one for free. Still a bear, and still looking for that target potentially to be run. By the way, we have time stops, and this trade would have timed out, so it's been an extended period going sideways here. We usually close the trade at the time stops, but that doesn't mean targets aren't made and there isn't still validity to them. It's just that it's taken longer than you would anticipate. So that does point to a certain amount of consolidation, which we can see that we did have here for an extended period, particularly in terms of its downside journey. But that said, the patterns often still make their targets, so it's not no longer a super strong trade, and of course there's not that much left to go for it to have happen. So it's not an entry, it's not a trade call for you, but there is, I suppose, the update is really just a case that we expect the possibility of further downside through these levels, but we wouldn't be short and we wouldn't be a seller beyond the 22.43. As you'd probably have a small period of overperformance, and then you could churn and get quite a bit of buoyancy for a while and a bit of progress decay. So I don't really think the coin is going to die entirely, but we've been a bear for a long time. So that was one aspect of what I was going to tell you about today. The other aspect is pop over to our product section. We have two events coming up this week and next week. So we'll have our trading day, over-the-shoulder trading day. If you want to find out more about that, this is a real cheap way to find out a little bit more about us and have a bit of a play with us in a live format. For just £117, you can come and spend that amount of time with us. We'll get all of that done. It's the 26th of October, so come on and have a look. By that time, Bitcoin Gold will have debuted. Yes, there's stuff to talk about there. There's currencies, there's equities, and there's plenty of crypto setups and updates. Some have worked, some are a little bit dull. Zen's looking a bit dull, but anyway, you'll carry on with that, and then later you can potentially also become a part of our non-farm payrolls, which will be on the following date, the 3rd of November. That'll be Friday, the first Friday of next month, which is just next week. And you can be part of that, and if you want to attend there, a couple of hours there for the rate over there. So just come in and click. This is on the Market Sniper live trading days product. So just go to the products, choose your live trading days, and you can come in there. So with that, I love you and leave you. Ripple not looking strong, potential for further downside through to the 2-2 levels. That's Francis updating you, and enjoy your evening.